Hi everybody, I'm Nikki from Lovingly Plant Based, and this morning I would like to show you how to cook oil-free buckwheat. So what is this ancient grain that we call buckwheat? Well, to start off, it's actually not a grain, it's what we call a pseudo-grain. It looks like a grain, it behaves like a grain, we cook it like a grain and eat it like one as well, but it's not, it's actually a seed. It's low in calories, gluten-free, which is great for people who are intolerant to gluten. It's high in protein, fibre, manganese, magnesium, and it's also a great source of phosphorus, B vitamins, zinc, iron, folate. I mean, what is there to not love about these pretty little seeds? Look at them. So, let's see how to cook buckwheat. Okay, so I've measured out 1 cup of buckwheat and I'm going to rinse it quite quickly. I don't want it to become waterlogged. I've rinsed the buckwheat pretty thoroughly. You just don't want it to sit around in water or anything like that. Give it a really good rinse and then just leave it to sit on the strainer for a while you heat up the water. So you want double the amount of water. So if here I have 1 cup of buckwheat, so I'm going to be using 2 cups of water. So now I'm just going to heat up the water and then I will add the buckwheat to it. Okay, the water's boiling, so now it's time to add the buckwheat. It's important that the water is boiling because otherwise you're going to end up with soggy buckwheat. Now I'm going to bring it back up to a boil and then simmer it with the lid off. This, well, for want of a better word, scum, comes from the outside of the buckwheat. If you want, you can skim it off, but you know, it's not going to hurt you, and you really don't have to. But if you want, you can, and just throw it away. Just make sure you don't reduce the amount of water. It's important that you cook your buckwheat with the lid off and on a low heat. Otherwise you'll just end up with a soggy and stodgy mess. And no stirring. As much as you want to, don't stir it at all. You just got to sit and wait. Don't stir it. Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear this, but I've been cooking this for about 13 minutes and I can still hear the water bubbling underneath. So I'm just going to leave it a little longer and then we'll have a little look. Right, it's almost 15 minutes, so I'm just going to, with a fork, okay, it's done. You see, there's not a lot of moisture down there. It's done. Okay, I'm going to let it sit for a couple of minutes and then I'll fluff it up with a fork and transfer it to a bowl. You see, no sticking. It's just coming away. I'm going to put it into a bowl now. But you see how it really hasn't stuck at all. And here's the cooked buckwheat. So when you cook a batch like this, you know, you've got it for, you can have it for breakfast, you can put it in salads and just have it cold. It's great in soups, or you can even just eat it as it is. So try it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video on how to cook buckwheat. But now just excuse me while I have my yummy buckwheat breakfast.